They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Ryan on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Ryan. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's complete to Jerron Brown. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jerron Brown, 57 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Is completed for a touchdown pass like that. I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta 1st down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Ryan. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And now Ryan not happy about either their formation or the play call. Whatever the case, he's going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
22! Ready! Ready!
Here's Ryan to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, Freeman. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. To throw on 2nd down, Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Zebra. Gotta go.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Cut! 380! Got it! 19. Gotta go.
Now Wilson on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Ready for one word. Go. Cut! 380!
On second down, Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. J.D. McKissick, 65 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Janikowski good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails.
Script plays, we know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. Everything off. It brings up 3rd. Thus far, this is 3rd and 8. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And it's taken in at the 9. Pretty move. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On 1st down, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very solid gain of 27. clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go, 14. 14.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore.
Come on, let's go.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Spread left. 19. 45.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Janikowski on for the extra point. Janikowski adds the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Ryan now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Now Ryan. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 27 yards, and the Falcons get a bit closer. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Let's go, 14. 12.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position. There, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
There. 14. Hey.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here's Wilson. It's caught. Block it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now a play fake here on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They go play action here on first down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again, Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Hey, Tuesday.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Ryan will throw again. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. Bryant's extra point up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
95. Tempo.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And now Sebastian Janikowski on from long distance. He's hit from 61 and 63 in his career. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
95. 19. 14. Gotta go.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now set to take over on offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On second down, Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, able to push his way through. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan. They'll roll him out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Gun. Let's go, 14. Hey. I'm coming after you.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, it's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Wilson now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Wilson now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. A 6-yard touchdown run. Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski now for the point after. Janikowski good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go. 20, 20. Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Now Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route. Down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
95, 95. Hey. Let's go, 14.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best. And keeps him.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Got it.
A second down carry for Procise. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
14.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Bam. Took foot. 14. Gun.
On first down, Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A carry now for McKissick. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Wilson gets the close on the delay. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And Janikowski bangs it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the feet, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 35 yards. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Janikowski adds the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle made there by Frank Clark. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Let's go.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Move 15. Look for signals. Gun. 19.
Wilson wants to throw it. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Alert.
To throw is Wilson. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. The tight end, Ed Dixon, was the target. And that'll bring up second down.
Leemo. Bang out.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly. They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.